Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the World Intellectual Property Organization, I wish to extend a warm welcome to all of you to the second International Symposium on Intellectual Property Protection and Enforcement, which is organized by the Anti-Counterfeiting Authority of Kenya in cooperation with the Kenyan Ministry of Investments, Trade and Industry. As WIPO's Assistant Director General overseeing the global challenges and partnerships sector, I am delighted to deliver opening remarks for this important event. Under the title, Uniting Against Counterfeits for a Healthy and Safe Future, this year's symposium explores innovative strategies to tackle counterfeit goods in Africa across 4 key themes. 1. Technology and innovation. 2. Policy, regulation, and enforcement. 3. Research and capacity building. And 4. Education and engagement. So ahead of Saturday's World Anti-Counterfeiting Day, the symposium brings together experts and participants from different parts of the world and different professional backgrounds to continue the conversation on good practices to combat counterfeit goods and the importance of respecting intellectual property. Counterfeiting is a global issue that undermines economic stability. It compromises consumer safety and it fuels organized crime. The economic losses are staggering. A study on global trade in fakes, published jointly by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development and the European Union Intellectual Property Office, estimates that based on data for 2019, the volume of international trade in counterfeit and pirated products amounted to as much as 464 billion United States dollars, and this translates to 2.5% of world trade. The COVID-19 pandemic has made the situation even more complex. We have in fact seen a sharp increase in e-commerce, to which counterfeiters adapted extremely quickly. The pandemic created new opportunities for them and led to new international trade routes for counterfeit goods. Even this very brief overview of the problem underlines 2 particularly important aspects. First, counterfeiting is international. It affects all countries irrespective of their state of development and trade in counterfeit products. To a large extent, crosses national borders. Second, it is dynamic. Counterfeiters are constantly adapting to shifting trends to profit from their illegal activities. But if we know that, it is evident that the fight against counterfeiting can only be successful if those who lead also coordinate at the international level and stay abreast of the newest trends. This is why international dialogue and cooperation on building respect for intellectual property is an important goal in WIPO's work. Our main forum for such international dialogue is the Advisory Committee on Enforcement, popularly called ACE. In this year's meeting, member states from around the world come together to exchange information and experiences in the areas of counterfeiting and piracy. The Anti-Counterfeit Authority, for example, participated in the 16th ACE session earlier this year and explained the decisive steps that Kenya has taken in recent years to protect and enforce intellectual property. The International Symposium on Intellectual Property Protection and Enforcement has the same objective of learning about new trends in counterfeiting, and WIPO is therefore delighted to support it. It is with great pleasure that we will provide more information on our work under the topics of legal frameworks and regulatory strategies, international cooperation, and online counterfeiting. In addition, the authors of 2 studies recently commissioned by WIPO will share the results of their work on online enforcement and e-commerce and consumer engagement programs. Where intellectual property is respected and enforced, it stimulates innovation and creativity, ensures fair competition, and it protects consumers from illicit and often hazardous products. Last year, the first International Symposium on Intellectual Property Protection and Enforcement represented a very important step towards that goal. It is crucial that we, as intellectual property professionals and enthusiasts, but also as responsible consumers, keep the momentum going and continue to collaborate, share insights, and develop strategies to combat counterfeiting and enforce intellectual property rights. I would like to express my gratitude to the Anti-Counterfeit Authority of Kenya for bringing us together once again, for providing the ideal platform to discuss these important issues, and for truly uniting us against counterfeits. The symposium is a great opportunity to effectively address the challenges ahead of us and to build a safer and healthier environment. This is essential for creators and innovators, for consumers, and for the African continent as a whole. Let us work together and take decisive action for a better tomorrow. I thank you all for your attention.